Welcome back to the channel, guys. It's Doc Favors here, where we talk about mindset mastery, wealth building, and just how to, create and live the life of freedom that you desire. And today I'm gonna get right to it because I got a lot to cover. This is the Bellator Life Q&A session and update. I haven't done one of these in a while because everything has been straightforward. But with everything that's going on, guys, I wanted to get straight to it, and I have to make sure that I got everything in place for you guys. And so I wanted to hurry up, get it cut on so I could start recording this because the reality is this. There are a lot of things going on, a lot of moving parts. And we see you guys asking questions. We see you all wanting to see what's going on. And so I think I have everything in place that I want to. Now, the first thing I want you all to understand is we have a serious ecosystem when it comes to Mediterra, when it comes to Miracle Pay, when it comes to Bellator, when it comes to Boogie G. And I know some of you all are like, man, okay, what is this? I know because I'm looking at questions now. Is whether it's from YouTube, the chat. So like I always say, guys, if you got questions, then just ask those in the chat and or in the description, and I get back to them. And that's another reason why I haven't done these too many times because you guys haven't really been asking questions. So here's what I really want you to understand. First of all, I think that many of us are having a problem with understanding what is an ecosystem. So if you just go look it up, you can chat it, you can grok, whatever you use to do research. But basically, when you type this in on Google search, you all, it's going to tell you an ecosystem is a community where living organisms interact with each other and with their physical non-living environment. Okay. Now, what if you put define ecosystem or a business ecosystem? And I'm doing this in real time so y'all can see this. Now you talk about, watch this, a business ecosystem is a dynamic, interconnected network of organizations, including suppliers, distributors, competitors, and customers. The collaborate and complete the collaborate and compete to deliver. No, that collaborate and compete to deliver a unified product or service. Instead of acting alone, companies co-evolve and share resources to drive innovation and create collective value. Now, we get that. That's pretty easy, pretty straight to the point, right? So now here's what I want you all to understand. Instead of collaborating with outside businesses, like the traditional way of doing it, our leaders said, we're going to build all of the businesses that's going to be able to handle what's going on. So right now, I'm gonna take it to my trusted board. Hopefully, you all can see that. I know I got my little string in the way. Matter of fact, let me see if I can get that out the way, guys. Hold on one second. Let me work with this while I do this, because like I say, this was so impromptu that I know I needed to do it, but I had to wait on a few things. So, all right, and I should be able to do that right here. Okay, I got some other stuff on the board, but this should be good. So the first thing I want you to see on this, and hopefully this is clear, is first thing I want you all to see up here is, do I want to do it like this? I'm gonna do it like this. Metaterra. That's Mediterra. And I used to do this. This operates as the umbrella. I want y'all to think about that. Okay? Like it's an umbrella, with a little string here. And that's what's going on. Okay. Now, when we talk about all the things that we have, I'm now going to take you to when you talk about the ecosystem. Once again, quick shot of the definition of what an ecosystem is. It is a business ecosystem of dynamic, interconnected network of organizations. Okay. Now, if we go over here to Mediterra and you click ecosystem, now that you understand what that is, strategic parent of the Miracle ecosystem. This is what Mediterra is. Mediterra Holdings unifies the Miracle ecosystem under one board and strategy, one umbrella. Okay, this is the one that's going to be listed or that's listed OTC Nasdaq. This is the one. Okay, so now I'm doing this so you all get an understanding and an overview of just what it is you have, and I'm gonna filter it down and show you how all these parts are moving. I'm gonna try to do my best as well. Now, once again, I'm not a financial advisor, so I can't be your advisor. I'm just showing you from my perspective. And let me just say this, and this is for education and entertainment purposes. But I'm just 9 months into the company. Some of you all have been in here for 3 years, 4 years. So if I'm talking something that I'm only speaking from where I am and what I see, and I do this for my team because they're the ones asking questions. If you got some things that's older than that, like y'all asking questions about the Cha-Ching app, I can't answer those because I haven't been in here there. So I'm going to encourage you to get to your upline and get to their upline. Or you got to go get with some of the old school players, as I call them, the old school, up them. That's Mr. Meadows, Mr. Brown, and them, Mr. Alvarez, Mr. Terranova and Alton. You got to go give Unc them on that one, okay? Because they've been in here for the duration of that time. Now, I want you to see these now integrated products. Now, these are what's going to help make up this piece, and I'm going to show you. So let's look at this right off top now. Mediterra, you see that? Miracle Chain. So first we're going to come over here and say, okay, so we got a company called Miracle Chain. See that? Miracle Chain is a high performance layer blockchain infrastructure providing scalable, secure, and cost efficient transaction process. So when you hear us talk about the Miracle Chain, and then you go and you see us say, okay, Miracle Pay, that's the crypto fiat payment solution. And these are softwares and different things that were created, you all right? Not integrated, let me make sure, like products. These are the different things that they said, okay, instead of going to this piece and outsource, go to outsource this, outsource that. No, we're going to bring it all in-house. That's what they've been doing for 9 years. Mr. Hakan Torhan have been working on this. So now we also have, go back to our umbrella, we're going to have the Miracle Pay, right? Now with the Miracle Pay, when you hear us talking about tap, swipe, and insert you all, and you hear us saying, hey, okay, that's what that is. The Miracle Pay allows you to do transactions. So when we start talking about the POS systems, for example, and y'all, this is not a presentation, so I'm sharing it how I'm giving it to you, but I want you all to see this. So when you start seeing us talk about these POS systems and having these contracts with these super amazing companies, and Genico and Pets, we're putting our software on their POS devices. Y'all see that? On their devices. So the Ingenico right in the middle. You see Packs, you see Shopify. The things that we created, Miracle Chain, the Miracle Pay, even our Miracle Wallets, guys, that's up and running. I have my assets in that Miracle Wallet. So it don't matter where you buy them, they're going to have to end up, you got to connect that wallet, whether it's B1, the version one, first website, or version two. When you purchase them, eventually they're going to land in this wallet right here. That's why you got to connect it there. Okay? Y'all pay attention. I know, but I'm giving you all an overview so you can see everything. Okay? Now, when you have the Miracle Dex, the decentralized Dex is up. That's how we check the Mirex and how much the piece is. We're working on the CEX. So for those of you who are asking that question, how are we over here in the States going to access ours? Well, they're working on solidifying something that a company that's going to be able to make that seamless. But until then, I'm pretty sure they're either going to connect it back to what we've been using, how you doing things now with your MetaMask wallets or in your back office. So you don't have to worry about those things, guys. What you want to make sure is that you are positioned. Now, hear me when I say this. I didn't say you don't have to be concerned and you can't ask a question. That's why I'm doing this for you all. I'm doing this for the team. And if you are watching this, someone else on in the whole company shared this with you, then guess what? If I can help, I can help. But please always get back to the one who invited you to this call if you have any more questions, because they can help you. So anyway, the launch pad, the Iteretto, hope I pronounced that right. Some of those things have not come out yet, but I'm sharing that with you so you can see. That's why you all seeing them things. So seeing them produce new things. So when y'all asking, oh, well, what about this? Why V2 and why Boogie G and all that? Y'all, we have an ecosystem that now you understand what an ecosystem is. It is a dynamic, interconnected network of organizations. And our piece is an interconnected network of organizations, businesses that are doing real world things. Now watch this. Now we also have here, I'm still on the first website. We have Minterra. That is one of the major players right there, y'all. So I'm gonna put Minterra over here, for example. It doesn't matter what side it fall on, okay? I'm just showing you so you can get an overview. Minterra is what? Minterra is connected to the RWA, real world asset and tokenization programs. Do y'all see that? That is the Bucharest deal. That is the new Eddie Hotel deal. That's the oil, y'all, the real estate. That's what that's connected to. And once again, they told us it was coming. So why are we acting surprised when it gets here? Let me tell you, I understand because a lot of people, you just dial in and you thinking about the money. And guess what? I'm a numbers guy. I'm not afraid to talk about money either, but I also know that I gotta pay attention to the business and what's going on. If you do any type of investment, we get quarterly reports, stockholder meetings and such. So Mentera, real world asset tokenization platform, bringing traditional assets to the blockchain. It's right there, guys. And Mentera, see, I believe that that's Mr. Douglas Anderson's baby right there because he's flying all over the world. He said that this is going to be his swan song, which means I don't even know if he's taking any other clients right now. He's just doing this full time. Do you all see? So then you have situations where, let me say this. Let me say we got Phoenix, we got Mirex, we got Turbo, we got Score. So I'm gonna leave the tokens alone for right now. Right now, I just want you all to see these businesses, and we have other things that's coming. Okay. So now, with that being said, we now have Mediterra, which is over everything. We have the real world assets. We have the oil deals in Nigeria, I believe. We have the oil deals that's coming out of Saudi Arabia. We have the technologies. We have the wallet. We got certain things. Now, what does this have to do with how do you and I we connect with this? All right, now let's get down to some business, all up under the same umbrella. So first off, we said we had Miracle Pay. Miracle Pay then is connected to what? That CPU node, that Miracle CPU node. So I guess we're gonna call these the nodes now, right? The Miracle CPU, everything that's tap, swipe, and insert. And when they using that crypto card, when they buying something. Now we got deals with BMW and other deals. When people are purchasing these things, when they're going to get their coffee, if you own one of those nodes, guess what? You're going to benefit. Now we also have up under that same piece, we even got farm nodes for those who are in rural countries abroad. They can come in with those nodes and work their way up to getting a full CPU node. Obviously, these farm nodes don't pay out like the CPU nodes, y'all, but they're still available. And the only reason why I'm not going into too much detail because once again, y'all know what it is. We have videos. And at first I was going to take the time to put all this together, but I said, you know what? I think it's more important to answer the questions than to take the time to do all of that. So what did I do? I do have them compiled. And what you can do, you all know what I'm getting ready to show you already. You already know what I'm getting ready to show you already, but I have to show it to you anyway. You just go to Doc Favors YouTube and you begin to look these things up. If you want to know something about the Miracle Pay node, all you got to do is scroll. Some of these are in here. Over like these overviews, when you start seeing Alpha Pass, what is that? New product reveal. That's going to tell you in depth about what that is. Because when you talk about the score token, I haven't gotten that yet in this thing, but you can see it. You start talking about Mirex, you see it? Y'all, it's here. But you got to scroll down because we've been doing this for a while. Project X right there. We got a new phenomenal Project X. Turbo token is right there. How to connect some things are right there. Of course, I got other videos because I've been doing this for a while. But the Project X is right there. So, guys, all you got to do is look and do some research. But this one right here, the 1.6, that's a breakdown potentially of what the Miracle Pay know. So, since we're talking about Miracle Pay, and what those nodes do, the farm nodes is just another way of getting started so you can work your way up to the Miracle Pay node. Then if you're interested, all you got to do is go right there and you see it right there, guys. Bellator Life Update. What are nodes and tokenization? And guys, you just got to take time to do some due diligence and study what's going on, okay? And you will see when it started, even the roadmap. When we first got started, I'll tell you, we've grown and changed so much since then. Of course, we got other stuff back here, but I want you all to see that I have videos addressing, because for the most part, if you see my page, when I first got in, from trying to connect your wallet, from understanding the strategy of it and seeing what's going on, doing meetings, I'm chronicling my walk and my journey for my team. And subsequently, some of you all from other teams have chosen to walk along with me. And that's why I also make videos that you can also share as to pique interest and to share with other people. Miracle Pay, Mediterra, Miracle Pay, and Bellator. The future looks bright. The overview, investor overview for those who just want to invest, not to build. So that's how my mind works. I'm sorry, you all, if I'm a, a nerd or whatnot, but I just read, I study a lot, and this is what that is. Okay. So now we have those. We have the Miracle Pay nodes. We got the farm nodes. Y'all, we have. And put it over here. We got the Project X. Y'all see this? Now, I'm not trying to make a whole lot of sense out of this, but if you're following me, you now can see why this is confusing to some people because we got so much stuff going on. So if you're just now coming in, I know it's going to be confusing to you. But all you got to do is slow down, take your time. Now, with these products right here, guys, I'm going to tell you right now, um, we have weekly trainings. I'm on every Monday night where we go over some of this. Mr. Brown is on Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. Mr. Meadows is doing something. Mr. Ed is doing something. So we got Mr. Alton is doing something. I think Dr. Denise doing something. So we got a lot of people presenting throughout the day. So you're never going to be left alone. But guys, you do have to show up with your mindset on business. Notice what I just said. Mindset is key, but you have to now set it. Set that mindset to business so all of this will start to make sense to you. Now, what I was going to show you, we got the Project X. The Project X is connected to all of the things that's going on. And what I want to do here, I'm gonna take you to this screen. See, I got everything put up. We got Miracle Chain white papers. We got Project X. What is this one? The Phoenix white paper, the Alpha Pass right there. But what I want you guys to see is this right here. This is the new slide. I haven't really put these in, so it's still in PDF form, but I will put this in the slide and let me make it a little bigger for you guys. I will have these ready for presentation probably by for tomorrow. So now, when you talk about the Project X node, when we were talking about the real world asset, we have utilities in terms of real estate now. So that's real use. So when you talk about all of that coming up under the banner, Mediterra has a percentage of ownership in these. And so what happens is you look at this and it gets there, it says 12,000 nodes, limited NFT based transferable. That's how you get involved. So the biggest three things that we have in terms of asset is real estate, oil, and gold. And you trust things are coming. Okay, that's why I say there's more things coming. So how you get access to a project like this? It's through the Project X node. How do you get access to a Legato Real World? That's the hotel piece or the oil. It's not on the market yet. If you know anything about OTC, it's traded. That's the primary market, the secondary market. It's not even on. You see what I'm saying? So some of these deals you wouldn't even have access to this. When we talk about four engines and four layers, that there's the Legato right there, the secondary market that I was just talking about, the Nigeria. Oh, this slide is boss. Y'all see this? See, I haven't really dug deep into it yet, but I'm telling you right now, structured asset-backed tokenization, future tokenization deals connected to real-world asset structures. That's what this node does for you. So you got the Miracle CPU node that give you access to everything that's going on here. When we're talking about the shopping, the purchasing, everyday use. Then we have the Project X nodes that's giving you an ability to operate as, I want to say a part owner maybe. And you got a small piece of that, but I would take a small piece. When you talk about billion-dollar companies, look at this. The Legato deal itself, you all. Project X is connected to a landmark Legato RWA program built around a powerful real-world asset base. 5 billion asset power, premium California real estate exposure, luxury hospitality asset exposure. Do you all see what I'm saying? So now, once again, let's look at this. Take a step back. I want y'all to take a minute to breathe. Mediterra is the holding company. Now you have different subsidiaries, different businesses, different products. The Miracle Chain, Miracle Pay, Miracle Wallet. You got the Mentera, which is the entity that was created to give them the ability to do these real world asset deals. And that's why you all see a lot of things, a lot of moving parts right now, because these things are really coming to play. They're really coming to pass. So once again, in this whole scheme, you see this, okay? You see everything that's going on. Then you see that it's not a concept. Legato represents a real estate legacy built over decades, more than 60 years ago. So this is not theory. This is an actual play. This is actually taking place. And if you want to know more about it, then once again, trust that Fave gonna help you out. You go to the YouTube. and you look at some of the most recent things, but just know what you're looking for, which is Project X, and then you see it right here: real estate, oil, and more. And you go push play, and what you're going to hear and see is
It's a start.
So this is our project
they're
in
talking
Redondo Beach,
right
the
here. Are
Eddie
y'all
Redondo
hearing what I'm
Hotel,
about to say?
which is
Okay.
a Hilton.
So not gonna play that whole thing, but I'm just showing you a glimpse of what can happen when you start to mine and understand what a real ecosystem is. Once again, you all forgive me, but that's the teacher in me. But I always like to say things a couple of times because I know we learn in repetition. What is an ecosystem? A business ecosystem is a dynamic, interconnected network of organizations. We just took the time to grow ours. Distributors, competitors, customers. We don't have to worry about competitors. We have self-built in everything that we need. So that is a real thing. Once again, you can go to that YouTube, check that out. Now, premium locations, premium hotels, global operators. That's the real estate portion, you all. Now, real estate assets, that's the tokenization, but here's the oil. You see? So now under Project X, go back to the umbrella, Mediterranean, overseeing this, there's the oil right there. I just showed you the hotel, the oil, and Bucharest. Y'all remember we used to do the video about the airport and the city over there. Okay? All that's still coming there. And guess what? All of these right here are connected to that Project X node. Mm. So imagine now we saying, hey, we got this, and you're gonna get you some Miracle Pay, you got you some nodes, you got you some Guardian nodes, some Phoenix Code nodes, which are convertible nodes, so that you can really eventually convert those into shares of the company at large. But now imagine all these business deals that's coming to our leaders so they can solve these deals. Now something clicked because we're actual in the process and we're actually closing these deals. So that means the Project X, what was once projected, they had to go back and make the tweaks. They had to redo some things, you all. And once again, what question am I asking? Favors. I was asked to me, what is the ecosystem, man? What's really going on? What is all this they talking about? I'm answering that question for you right now, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just taking my time showing you all this. Now, I know if this is the first time, then you're going to watch this video quite a few times, and that's fine. All right? That's what it's supposed to do to educate you. I'm trying to educate you so that you can know what's to come. You can get out in front of it and you can get in where you fit in. Once again, I'm not trying to sell you on nothing. As you all can see right now, this may sound arrogant, but please hear my heart. The company not looking for nobody. They got people coming to them, knocking down their door. We are blessed to be positioned to be a part. Now, let's get back to this, y'all. Nigerian oil tokenization, bringing African energy to global digital finance. Man, these slides are boss for real. Project X is opening a new energy back chapter, a large scale tokenized Nigerian oil model. Now, once again, I got you. I know what you're saying. Well, you just very quickly, you just glossing over it. No, because I already have something. All you got to do is do your due diligence and go do some homework. Well, where can I get started? How can I lead? Just go to favors, please. Scroll down a little bit, ever so slightly. What is tokenization? That's one video that'll help you out. But I got one specific video that I want you all to see. Training network update. Life Grow Monday Journey. Oh, that was amazing. Shame claiming, fast way system. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna find it because I know I have it. Crypto news. Yeah, I know I have. There it is, right there. Is the African deal real? Now, a lot of people missed that video because they didn't scroll down the page. Everything you need to know. I did some extensive research right there. And you also get a glimpse of the name. Because I got a clip with Mr. Anderson discussing the African deal. Yeah, y'all see? But if you don't scroll down, even the major announcement, if you don't scroll down, you all, that's why you're feeling confused. You're feeling like you're all over the place. You don't know what's going on. And one of the real reasons why I'm taking time to answer this question in this way, so that you don't get overwhelmed and then walk out on one of the greatest opportunities you've seen in your lifetime, probably. I'm gonna be honest with you. Okay? Time check. Okay, I'm doing good. Now, that is the deal. Where does that deal fall? Back up under where everything else is. under that same umbrella. Y'all see? Now, now we got other things, but I want to show you how powerful this is. The oil, the energy, Project X, hold the benefit, the flywheel, okay, and then we get into breakdown stuff like that. Now, you once again, that's just one of the things that we have. Okay, so now what else do we have? So we have the oh my bad, I was thinking y'all can see the screen. Okay, well y'all can see this. All right, so now we have the real estate, the RWAs is connected to Project X. We got the Miracle Technologies, Miracle Pay, Mentera. Then we have the Miracle Pay Nodes, CPO. Now we got these things called Guardian, and some of these, I think they are still available now at the time of this video. But we got Guardian nodes that's connected to the whole company. We'll have the Italy convertible nodes, Italy convertible nodes. We have the Miracle convertible. These notes give you shares in the company, and some time down the line, you can convert them. That's why they call convertible notes. And they just give you access to all of this. Notice how some of these things are specific. Miracle Pay to the Miracle Chain, Project X to the RWAs. Okay? Then you get off into it. Guardian, Italy, Miracle. Some of these are on V1, and the newest are on V2, which is the Alpha Pass, which I'm gonna get to that in a minute. The Alpha Pass, the Miracle Pay packages, and then the Project X packages are on there. So guess what? If you're new and you coming in and you just on BV2, it's not a problem. If you want to access some of these other opportunities, get with your upline and ask them to put you in the ecosystem of B1. That's the first website. Now you say, well, why do we even have to do all that? Well, let me take time to break that down. If you all can see, excuse me, gotta go here. If you all see everything that's going on in this, in just this piece right here, all these, the first website was built, but it was controlled or managed, should I say, hosted by someone else, I believe. So we took time to build our own website with our own developers, write our own code. So now instead of if something goes down with V1, it took 6 to 8 weeks sometimes, even longer than that. But now they making fixes and transit and doing things, tweaks within days. That's because we built everything up. Y'all got to understand how powerful. See, if you've never designed a website, see, I know because I built out some of my own products back in the day. Because, hey, if you don't have money to pay for it, then you got to learn how to do it. That's the skill set. But with all this going on, we needed a more powerful grade, and we needed to hire technicians and competent people who could build the things that were needed for us to run to make sure we got situations and things under control. So now that's what they did. So that's why we have BV2, Bellator version 2. It's way smoother, it's running, everything is good, it's easy, it's us. All right. So anyway, that's what some of those nodes are, guys. Now, so hopefully y'all still with me. So now, what do we have here? We also have now the Miracle Pay Project X, but then we got this thing called the Alpha Pass. And y'all been hearing us talk about the Alpha Pass. Now, once again, look at the positioning. All this is still up under the banner of Mediterra. Y'all see it? You're getting access now, which is still connected here, but I'm going to put something else up here. On this side, I'm going to put Bellator. Bellator is the marketing arm of Mediterra, so they partners, but Bellator also has access to all of this. Bellator is the entryway. So I didn't want to put it down here, which would make it look like it's under Mediterra. Bellator is the marketing arm of Mediterra, but different companies. Y'all see that? I want you all to get this now. Just like Miracle Cashing, different companies, different businesses. Okay? Now, the Alpha Pass. We got videos. We have things on the Alpha Pass. Let me go to it and find this for you all. Let me go to this slide. Okay, that's Mediterra Holdings expansion. It gives that to you. Well, I guess I could go there. You see, because now this is the latest presentation that you see us doing. We talk about Mediterra Holdings. We talk about the blockchain, AI, consumer credit, and then we walk you through this. Now, here's the Alpha Pass. So many people are using these AI agents, but they're using them a la carte. I know because I'm doing it right now. I got Chat GTP, the paid version. You use Perplexity. You're using some of y'all are using Canva and all these other things, and you paying monthly subscriptions. But wouldn't it be nice and easy if you could just solidify and put all of those in one spot under, watch this, can't make this up, under one roof. So now Alpha Pass has its own little umbrella, and you got all these AIs up under here and tools where they're going to show you how to build out things for your business, all up under Alpha Pass, which is still up under the banner of all this. I'm trying to help somebody now. Now, I know you got to take time, but don't worry about it. I'm going to walk with you. So that Alpha Pass is what you see us talking about. And once again, it's listed because the Alpha Pass operates as a type of a node. We don't call it that, but that's kind of what it is because you get residual income if you don't want to use the products. Alpha Pass also gives you connectivity to the Score ID. Now, y'all know this is a $1 trillion industry because when people, big institutions, financial institutions, they need the data from this. So our leaders was like, you know what, we're not going to even leave that on the table. So now this is where you introduce the other token. So we got Phoenix. Let me take y'all back here now. Stay with me. This is Score Token. But we also have Phoenix, which is the gas fee, and we have Mirex. Remember, if I take you here, take you back to the nine integrated, the nine ecosystem of programs. Let me get my mouse over here, guys. Trying to make this short, but notice at the bottom, the Phoenix token is the gas token of the miracle chain powering all transactions. So if you're sitting on hundreds and thousands of Phoenix, and once this really hits mass adoption, what's going to happen? You do the math. I ain't going to go there. Mirex is the staking token for the miracle chain, the Guardian nodes. You heard me talking about the Guardian nodes. Now, the Guardian nodes have increased as well. So if you're sitting on a couple of hundred of those, you know what's going on. Now, the Mirex token, you needed 4,000 Mirex tokens to equal one Guardian node. So as market hit and Mirex goes up and you hold one of those nodes, obviously your price goes up. The value of them go up. You're sitting on 5 or 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of those, you do the math. What I'm doing is answering the question of what is this thing? What is this whole thing about this ecosystem, guys? I'm telling you right now. And remember what an ecosystem is. A business ecosystem is a dynamic, interconnected network of organizations. And so I'm hoping that you all are now starting to see how this is interconnecting with one another. So now we have the Guardian nodes, the Illy nodes that's going to give you a stake in the company in terms of a share. You got the Project X nodes that's connected to the real world assets. You tell you those are special. You got the Miracle Pay node that's connected to all of the chain that's going to be happening on the blockchain. Those are special. If you can't get in right there, you got the farm nodes for people abroad who sometimes, the 1,200 or 2,100 could be like 6 months worth of salary. We got to wait for them to get in. So now with the Alpha Pass, there's another way for you to get in with the Alpha Pass. Y'all can see that right here. I'm going to do it this way. That's the Boogie G. Still up under this. So now with the Boogie G, you all see that we talk about Boogie G is just another point of entry for you to get involved. Now, before I go to Boogie G, I will be remiss if I show you this. This is the global payment network powering real world utility for Miracle Pay. You see? The POS systems. More merchants, more transactions. That's what I'm talking about. All right. And then you see the Alpha Pass right there, give you ownership. You can participate. You can have access holder and promoter. 2 roles, 1 ecosystem, especially now that you know what's going on. So what I'm doing is showing you how all of this is interconnected.
Magic stand.
Now, I'm not going to play that piece right there because this is just about education once again. Now, what's the second way? Well, remember, this is the Boogie G, the lifestyle. So we created a way for you not only to get access to the ultimate goal of the Alpha Pass and to the Miracle Pay nodes if need be, or whatever we have for you, but you're now going to earn tokens for travel miles. So now we're bringing fun back to the industry seriously because once again, it's a low barrier of entry. Our nodes range, man, from anywhere from $1,600 to $3,000 to $30,000, depending on how many you want. Once again, not gonna be afraid to talk about finance, talk about money. You get in where you fit in. But say if that's beyond you right now, there's no excuse because once again, the company, the CEO, the leader said we got to have something that'll meet somebody right where they are at the level where they are. to be honest with you, some people came in for free and just started sharing and sharing and worked their way up. But let's just say you only have $100. Well, we can show you how to make that work for you. But if you're willing to work now, I hear that song from Rihanna, work, 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 work. Okay? Then you have to put in some time. You come in at the 250, at the 500. And what happens is, and you all know the program, we got, once again, presentations about it. The 250, the 500, once they cycle and push you through, you get to the 1,000, it's all geared to get you to the alpha pass. So now that you all see, what do we have here? We have a Boogie G lifestyle that will bring you over here and get you connected to the Alpha Pass, that gets you connected to the score token, the AI products, everything, that also gets you connected inside the BV2 ecosystem. Inside, now you got access to any one of these investments wherever you want to be. So if you say, man, I want to stack some asset, well, Doc Favors, what you got? I'm gonna tell y'all flat out. I own Miracle Pay nodes. I own Project X nodes. I got some Guardian nodes. Matter of fact, well, I ain't gonna show you on everything I got, but let me see what screen I'm on. Uh-huh. So you got to be careful because people think you're trying to entice them. So I'm not trying to do that. But what I will say is this: I can tell you the names of them without going to the physical website. Yep. So I got Guardian nodes, I got convertible nodes, I got X nodes, I got Mirex, I got the CPUs. I basically have everything except the Phoenix Code node. I got everything except that one. Yep. I even got a few farm nodes down there. Yes, I do. Because once again, I'm a big proponent, you all, of being the product of the product, and that means I'm not going to ever ask someone to do something that I'm not doing. I'm asking you all to take your time to learn, to be educated about this. Tokenization, asset. What does all that mean? Digitization, blockchain, AI. What does that mean? So if I take the time to learn where I can teach it and show you, this is just a perspective because I am a visual learner as well as an auditory learner. I got to see and hear it. Then I can think about it. And so this is how I process information. My hope is that this, for the last 45 minutes, that I painted a picture to show you how all of this connects, the whole ecosystem of Mediterra, Miracle Pay, Bellator, and then, of course, Boogie G, Lifestyle and Travel. How all of it works together. It's all geared to get you to the alpha pass, which is what we call it. That's the wealth building strategy. So even you all who go on my reports now, I start off with a piece of mindset to get you in the right space. Then I hit you with a business piece. But I don't just go straight into it. I'm showing you real data. I do reports and look up, uh, Fox News. I look up some of the other stations that report on it. Investico, the billionaire piece, forget the name of it, but anyway, you all know what I'm saying. And I show clips of it, and then I juxtapose, which means I compare and contrast to show you why this is important. You know, I look at the GS summits and show you what they're talking about, so you can see how valuable it is. It's all education, good people. So I'm hoping that this educates you so you see Boogie G to the Alpha Pass. That gives you access. Then you can get in here and get you some Miracle Pay nodes. You can go get you some Project X nodes. You can get you some Mirror, some Guardian nodes. You can get whatever you want to get, how many of them you want to get. Some Score tokens, some Turbo, some Phoenix, some Mirror. I got some of all that. Why? Because I choose not to leave anything on the table. Because when I told you, I now had to look up and understand what a real ecosystem is. That's why I see multiple streams of income when I look at this, you all. And it's dynamic. You tell me, what's regular about this, about a company says we're going to create these businesses and substructures so that we can handle everything that's coming, so we can handle a super deal. I call it a super deal, y'all. A super deal. Let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. These deals are not normal. These are super deals. Miracle deals that if you don't have all your I's dotted and T's crossed in terms of regulations, you're not going to get these people coming to you. You're not going to have a hotel conglomerate like this come sit down with you, let alone close a deal. Good people. I hope I answered the question. All I wanted to do on this update, Q&A, was answer one question. What are you all talking about? This ecosystem, this Boogie G, this military, this Bellator. What are y'all talking about? I'm hoping that now you got eyes to see. You may look at it differently, but I just want you to see. Now, if you can remember, here, hold on, guys. Hold on. I wanna I wanna show you something. If you remember, here's the umbrella. Can y'all see that? And then here is the stick that holds up everything. All of this, all of this interconnectedness, it starts to do like this. Y'all see that loop? Y'all see that? Woo! Oh, I just got to chill, man. Do y'all see that moment, that all the interconnectedness, and once this thing starts rolling and it really starts taking, my gosh, man. Can y'all see this? This is what's getting ready to happen. So once again, this Q&A session was all about educating you all to know what's going on, how everything connects from the Boogie G to the Alpha Pass to the Project X to the Miracle Pay to the Guardian to the Italy to all of the things that we offer, even to the deals that you see here. You have an opportunity to be a part of this in its infancy stage. So what do you need to do? You get back to the person who shared this with you. Let them walk you through this so you can do it the right way the first time. And I guarantee you it will be worth your time, okay? That being said, ladies and gentlemen, this is Doc Favors. I appreciate all of you all. Thank you so very much. And we will see you on the next update. Don't forget, Monday nights with Dr. Mike. It's a new time. I'm doing it at 9 p.m. One of my mentors finally convinced me, said, Doc, at 7 p.m., people on the West Coast are just still in traffic. I said, all right, that makes sense. So it's going to now be on Mondays at 9 p.m. Eastern. I'll still drop my weekly reports throughout the week for you all because sometimes I have pressing news that come up, but rest assured, you're going to get those one or two videos. You're going to get some shorts. I'm going to keep you all engaged so you can come along with the process, all right? But just remember, an ecosystem is a dynamic, interconnected network of organizations just like this. Okay? That being said, it's Doc Favors, you all. We will definitely see you next time.